Thank you for joining me. I'm Juan, lead trader and founder of Prosperity Trade. In this video, I want to talk about day trading and the volatility that's coming in. A lot of squeezes are starting to form, and you're going to want to be prepared. I also want to recap on the day trade that I did just a few days ago live on YouTube. You're going to want to watch this video. This is a day trade I took. It was extremely early. The market had just opened up. It was about 4 in the morning. In a lot of my day trading videos, you hear me talk about strategies. You hear me talk about patterns and support and resistance, all extremely important when you're day trading. You have to have an understanding in technical analysis. You have to understand the mentality of the market, where people want to buy, where people want to sell, and all those things are going to make you a great day trader. But there's also instinct, and this just comes with experience. So this was an instinct play. I really don't have a strategy for this, as opposed to I saw that 2 or 3 stocks in a row already spiked up quickly and sold off, and this was just another stock that I found early. I found it, I think I got in at $16, and I saw it spiking up quickly. And I said, you know what, let me jump in with 200 shares. And I made $690 in under 5 minutes. I actually, and I just went on live and I was doing it just to record myself as opposed to going on Streamlab, recording it. I just went live, recorded it, and I actually had a couple people show up, but it was like 4 in the morning. But I want to encourage you to turn on the notification, to subscribe. So that way, when I do day trade live, you can go ahead and follow me. And so this was my strategy. Once I jumped in, I had profit points where I wanted to take profit. And once I took all my profit, you see here, this is like the last 25 shares. I was fine holding it. If this thing kept going $10, then I just made 250 extra bucks. And if it dropped $2, then I lost $50. And that's what happened actually. I bought the last 25 late and held on to it, but I already had a cushion of $690. So I sold and it went to 644. So that last 25 shares took a loss. But imagine, how much more of a loss if I would have had my full position of 200 shares and it dropped $2, as opposed to taking profit on the way up. This was the just timestamps. So at 4:02, I bought 200 shares. At 4:02 and 29 seconds, 26 seconds later, I sold 50 shares because it jumped up $2 and I made $100 on 50 shares. Another 11 seconds passed. I sold another 50 shares for $200 at 4:02:58. All within a couple of minutes, I bought, sold. Bought at 4:02, started selling, and finished almost all my position here at 4:04. So within 2 minutes, I sold. And then actually at 4:05, I got a little greedy, bought 25 shares. And that one was the first loss, the $46 loss, which I was fine with. Well, when I saw it spike so quickly, I didn't know if this was just going to be one of those mass stocks that make a huge move up and maybe jumps up another 10, 20, $30. So that's why I bought the last 25 shares, but I didn't go crazy. Imagine if I would have been super overzealous and bought 1,000 shares at this price and it dropped $2. Now I would have not only had a big loss, but my profits that I made would have been lost too. And that was a younger me. A younger me used to trade that way like a cowboy, and it took me a long time to stop doing that. I want to go over what I think the day trading market is going to do this week. So the first stock I want to talk about is CAR, which is Avis. This thing went on a massive rip for not a very extraordinary reason. I mean, other than they beat the earnings, which a lot of car rental companies I assume are going to beat earnings because they're charging so much during COVID. But this thing spiked up almost over 200% in, let me see, it opened up here 8, this was 10. Within 2 hours, this thing spiked up over 200% from 187 to $545. I mean, that is massive. That is ridiculous. And this is just going to cause a ripple effect. This is going to cause a lot of people wanting to get into the next stock that moves. And that's really the majority of day trading, that's what that is. It's all mentality. You have to understand what the patterns are. You have to understand where the momentum is. I'm not going to trade something where no one is buying it. I mean, that's investing, and that's a different strategy. If you believe in a company, you did your due diligence and you invest in it and you're going to hold it for the next 10 years, then you don't really care about technical analysis. You don't care about the hype for the day. But we're talking about day trading. If you want to be a great day trader, you have to know what the market is doing. So there was a time when everybody was buying crypto stocks, the Maras, the Riots. There was the time when everybody was buying NFT related stocks. There was a time when anybody who talked about vaccines were getting big hype. Anybody who partnered up with anybody was getting big hype. China education stocks or certain China stocks were getting big hype. IPOs were getting big hype. So you have to know where the crowd is to trade, and you have to come in with a strategy. You have to know where your support is. So, like looking at Avis, for example, this car. If I wanted to trade this, I would say I would like it to dip down here to this red line here because I feel like the support is strong. Look how much it bounced off this red line. Look at this red line bounce, 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 bounce. And look at the volume bar on that red line. That tells me that a lot of people saw it dip here to 334, took a little dip to 302, then went back up 302, 304. This area here, a lot of people bought, bought, bought. And then it spiked up a little bit here, 365. So there's a lot of people holding though. A lot of people didn't sell. So these guys here are holding. So if it dips down, it may have another buying opportunity. Now, what since you know that this is support and a lot of people are buying, and if you buy and if it doesn't hold, then you have to take your loss. You have to take your loss. You have to follow rules and take your loss because if if it starts selling, it's going to be a ripple effect. You have to get out quickly because all these people they don't want to be red, and they're all going to sell, and that's what causes those crashes. So you see these major red bars here. That's because people bought here, and then when they were red, they were green, they were holding, hoping it goes higher. And then when they start seeing their accounts are red now, they're like, oh, let me get out, let me get out, let me get out, let me get out. Everybody gets out. And then these guys start buying again. And it's possible that it happens sometimes. It's happened to me where it'll dip. I got out because that's where my plan was. And then it turns around and goes all the way up here. You can't live by possibly going up here because let's say out of 10 trades, it drops down here and then it goes. It may happen once or twice. The other 8 times, your losses are going to be massive all the way down here because you waited. So those 8 losses aren't going to equal those 2 wins. I remember making a video and I did a good day trading video, took some profit, and I missed like $5. It spiked up like $5 more. And a guy commented and said, "You have paper hands." And he said, "Tomorrow it's going to 30 something dollars." And it was funny, just that mentality to be called having paper hands because I just made $500 and I didn't make $1,000 in minutes. That's fine, but that type of mentality, and I don't know that person that made that comment, but I'm saying that mentality where I'm not going to have paper hands is not going to make you profitable in the long run. You may win a few battles and look good, but you're not going to win the war. And the war is at the end of the year, you want to have money in your pocket. You want to be green. Like you go diamond hands on day trade on certain trades, then you're going to be more red than green. And that's what a lot of people don't show. The only people that get highlighted on these videos, on the altcoins, on Reddit, are the guys that made money. But for every 2 people that made money, there's probably 99 people that didn't make money and lost money. So don't be those 99 people. Be the consistent winner, small losers, controlled losers, strategy, support, resistance. So this, next stock was BBBY, and I think they had like a headline of doing something with Kroger or something that caused a major spike in the after hours, went from 16 all the way to 31.98. This right here to me, along with car, is going to start a ripple effect. So you're probably going to have a lot of the meme stocks start to move because as soon as BBBY started moving, we had BlackBerry start to move. I'm assuming AMC is going to be next, maybe GameStop. That's where the hype is going to be. And if you're going to day trade, then that's probably where you should be. But just make sure you have a strategy. Make sure you don't get greedy. Make sure you don't think that what happened here in car, where it went from 180 to 546 because you missed all this, you're going to try to catch the next one that does it. No, just be fine. I have my days where I make higher profits than other days, but I never have those days where I make 147,000 in a day like a lot of those guys show on their videos. What they don't tell you is they do, I'm sure they do, and I know some of the traders that do that, and they have big days where they made 40, 50, 60,000 in a day. I've seen that. But what they don't tell you, they have two things going for them that you don't have, and you have to remember. One, they have a lot of money to trade with. They can risk a lot more, but they have a confidence and assurance that even if they have a big loss, because they're gurus and because they're charging $150 a month for their membership plus their education packages, and they have 3,000 subscribers, that they're making 30, 40, 50, 60,000, 300,000 a month from your membership fees. So if they lose $75,000, it's really a flex for them. Because I've been there. I talked to him and be like, yeah, how are you okay? You lost 50,000. And he was like, no, I'm fine. Just a couple of days ago, I made a 70,000. And it's just like, it's not normal, but it's there because they're charging membership and they're charging their education packages. So they're making 2, 3, 4, 500,000 a month. So it's fine. It's a false sense of confidence, but it's not for you. It's for them. They have that confidence because they can fall back on your membership. Now, if you guys stop being members, and I'm not calling for that, I'm just saying if they had no more members and now they had to just day trade on money that they have for retirement or money that they have for the next 10, 20 years or whatever, even if it's like $1 million, I guarantee you, I 100% guarantee you they're going to be different traders. They're going to be a lot more safer traders. They're going to take profit earlier. And that's it. I rather make a couple extra thousand a week, every 2 weeks, every month. And then at the end of the year, I'm green an extra 30, 40, 50, 60,000, as opposed to making $1 million in a year. And you can eventually, if you want to day trade full time, I'm talking about, for me, that's what works for me, but I only day trade like once, maybe twice a week. I don't day trade every day. If I day traded every day, I think I can, at least triple or quadruple make what I'm making now. But it comes with a stress that I just don't want. I value my sanity over anything else. But I'm slowly building it up. I definitely want to day trade a little bit more, but I just want to kind of like pace myself. There's a few things that I do. Like if I have a green day, like I day traded, when I made that video, it was Monday. I didn't day trade Tuesday, but tomorrow's Wednesday. I might day trade tomorrow. And I do that because in the past, every time I had a big green day or any green day, the next day I trade differently. I'm a little bit more responsible. I'm a little bit more cowboy gun-ho. Because I feel like I have a cushion because the day before I was green and I haven't been able to click out of that mentality. So my solution for that right now is I'm going to just not day trade anytime I'm green. The next day I'm not going to day trade. I'm kind of like punish myself. So when I trade Wednesday, I know, okay, let me be strategic because I'm going to, I haven't traded in a day. I'm not thinking about my past gain. I'm not thinking about, oh, I'm losing 300 today, but I'm still green for the week. I'm thinking about the day. I just need to pick 1 or 2 trades for the day, be done. So I got to make sure I trade the best trade I can trade. And that's my new mentality. That's more of a mature trader for me. Maybe one day I will go back to trading more often as needed, as kind of requested. The more people request it, and this is one of the reasons I started day trading again a little bit more, because people started requesting it. That's it. I may go live tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe, comment, like. Make sure you hit the notification. So if I do go live, you can get a notification and you can day trade with me. It's not a, I don't have a membership. It's just free. You can just comment. If I see your questions and I'm not focused on a trade, I'll try to answer your questions and we can day trade together. If I lose, I lose. If I make money, I make money. But I'm sure at the end of the day, it's going to be a lesson for us and we'll be able to learn something together. So thank you for watching and see you on the next video.